Hi, David Odell here. We're gonna go over making your own stepping stones, decorative stepping stones, ones you can't buy pre-made because they're custom. In this video, we're going to be talking about and showing how to do a DIY concrete glass stepping stone. Okay, right now we're just building the formwork for the stepping stones. They're 18-inch square, and we're just using some 1x2s to build it with, just with some duplex nails. We're pumping the concrete in, but most DIYers aren't going to have a pump available and a concrete truck in the front yard, because we are doing another job at the same time. So you'll want to mix by hand with bag concrete mix, available at the local hardware store. And this is the way it works. We've got two 18-inch squares. We just went with some 1x2.5 inch high, 2.5 inch thick stepping stones this size. Good enough for just about anything. If it's a driveway, you may want to go 3.5 on these, but they're a lot heavier to move around. So for patios, stepping stones, anything where it's just foot traffic, this thickness lasts forever. You can pick them up, throw them around, most likely never going to break. Anyway, let's go over this, the decorative tools we're going to do, decorative touches. Basically, we got this. This is for fire pits. It's just some broken glass. And this happens to be blue in color. Although, there's a lot less expensive way to do it. And you go to a glass shop, go to glazers, glass shops, where they're taking out old windows and they're getting broken up. The ones that are safety glasses that break into the squares, that's the ones you want. But they have them, and they have multiple colors. I've done it that way also. Hit up those. You can almost get them for free because it's all stuff that's going back to recycling. But in this case, this is a rush order deal. We just came up with this off the top of our head, and we just went and purchased this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to seed it, and my seeding idea with this is I'm thinking of just kind of running some, not the whole thing is going to be the blue glass. I'm probably just going to run like a trail through it. I could put an O, for Odell if I wanted to, or a D for David. You could do anything you want. You could do your own initials, but in this case, I'm just going to run like a lazy river coming through here. And then imagine that in different directions, an entire patio with that. But we're going to show the end product and how to get there. Okay, well, one thing is to remember that whenever you're seeding, you're displacing material. So it's gonna come up somewhat. Like I'm at the top of form here. After I get the glass in there, it's gonna bring it up because we're displacing it with this. However much I put in. So you may want to leave it a little low depending on how much stuff you're going to put in there. Alright, here's what we got. Here's some of the stuff we're going to be throwing in there. You can put rock, round rock, pretty much anything you can think of. But if you did 100% of this, it was nice and smooth, and you had the blue glass, it might get slippery. So what you can do is either do it, sparingly, and separated by just concrete in between, so you get some traction, because we're going to be washing it, so you get a sand wash with an exposure. Or, you could go 100% this, throw some sealer on it with a non-slip additive in your sealer, and then, there's so many things you can do. It's just imagination. Whatever you can imagine, you can do, really. That's what it boils down to. Now, see how I put it on here? They're not 100%. This is about 50% coverage right here. This is about 50%. You could just go that route and it wouldn't be slippery because you're still gonna have a sand wash texture in between these. But I think I'm gonna go 100% and go with the non-slip additive with the sealer. I'll go 100%. Maybe make this thing really pop. After we do the rinse, probably about 3 hours, we'll start the rinse process. And then we'll let it cure out a few days. And then we can put the sealer on. This is gonna make a nice, what I'm gonna do, actually I'm gonna leave this here for the customer as a planter stand or a potted plant stand with 100% glass. That's pretty decent, huh?
Maybe just the edges, huh? A little more on that edge, maybe?
Right in this corner. Boom. Now, tap it in. Bring up the cream around the rocks, or glass in this case. You really want to get these babies locked in. So you got to get 100% coverage around every piece. Otherwise, they're going to come out later if you don't. Get that cream to come up. Just keep beating it until the cream rises. Almost disappearing now. Once it's disappeared, you gotta let it set. Maybe trowel it, throw an edge on it. You know, in this 2.5 hours we have to work with. Go eat breakfast, come back, toy with it some more. It's all gone. No one would ever know it's in there now at this point. Okay, that one's ready. We'll catch an edge on that a little bit later. We don't want to edge it early. If we edge it early, it's going to roll the edge. You may get the glass too deep, then it's harder to expose. So let's move on to the next design. This one, I think we'll just do a little trail going through it. Now let's put an O on it. Yeah, we put an O. So the O could be a couple things. It can be the center of where a pot would go, or you know, it can be my initial, like Odell. But we'll just do an O. We'll do a solid circle right in the middle. Yeah, I don't think I did this actually, you know, before. I did a lot of seeding with rock and other things, but always wanted to do the glass. What if I just do a couple shards going out? Like a sun ray or something. Blast a couple pieces going out from this. Shards going out of this. Like a burst. That looks pretty good, huh? Let's see what that looks like in the end. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Just pound it in and see what happens. trying to keep that glass pretty much where I set it. So I could smear it all over the place, and then we wouldn't have whatever pattern I use would be kind of dissipated, but try to keep it right where I put it. Mostly by setting it straight down, by tapping it, then it won't move as much. There it is. Let it set for a while. Don't want to overwork this, don't want to get it too recessed, so we're going to minimize the work time on this, keep everything up so it's an easy rinse, less material take off the top. Alright, let's get back to the main job site. This is just a little fun thing I'm just kind of doing for the DIYers out there. Okay, so this is the first time we're going to work the concrete. What we've done, we did the hand float, embedding the glass beads, and then we let it set for a while. We let it set approximately 1 hour before we touched it again, and then we went ahead and started putting the steel to this an hour later, which was the hand edger and a trowel. That's a 6-inch wide, 1/2 inch radius hand edger, and the trowel is a 14 or about a 14 by 3. That's an 18-inch square, so and you can see the glass kind of popping there, and the reason it does that is because the concrete's really not hard enough, so the glass is going to keep trying to roll over on you as you trowel it. So as it gets harder, the next time you trowel it, you won't have to worry about that glass popping. Now right here, the concrete that we poured, the actual patio, that's already completely finished, broomed, and we waited an additional 30 minutes. So we're already into this stepping stone about 3.5 hours at this point when we started rinsing. And the reason we're waiting longer on this than we did for the typical broom finish that we did on the patio with the same concrete load is because we just want to take a very little bit of the surface off just to expose the glass. Now if you rinse early, you're going to get pits in it and you really can't fix it at that point. So it's better to go late and use a little more elbow grease rather than going early, because once you go early, you're in trouble. Also, if you notice, I didn't use any kind of a nozzle on that water hose. We just let it come out of the water hose naturally, no pressure. Just let the water flow over it, loosen it up with a horsehair nylon mixture broom, real soft broom. If you use a hard broom, you're going to start popping those glass beads out. So you got to use soft texture broom to do your rinse. Here's your sealer. We're just using that glazing seal, readily available at Home Depot because of the low VOC, and that means that as it dries, the emissions from it's very minimal. So you're really taking care of the climate by using this particular product. And what the sealer is going to do by sealing this, it's going to maintain that nice shiny look, and it's going to look wet all the time. Also, it's going to prevent staining. Like if you put potted plants on this and the water running out from the potted plants could stain typical concrete. Well, with this sealer, that'll protect it so it's easy to clean in the future. You just probably need to reseal about every 5 years. Alright, that about wraps up this video. Let me know in the comments which stepping stone design you liked better. Also, if you have any ideas on what you'd like to see in the future as far as colored glass beads go, and ideas you might have for utilizing glass in concrete. Have a good one, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Make sure you share and subscribe. Have a good day.